Each news time, information is power. Be current. The news headline: Nnamdi Kanu writes UK envoys over his trial, Buhari's comments. Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer explained to the diplomat that President Muhammadu Buhari's recent extrajudicial comment necessitated the letters. The leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, has written to the United States ambassador in Nigeria, Mary Beth Leonard, urging her to send representatives to observe proceedings in his ongoing trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Mr. Kanu, who is standing in a 7-count amended charge before Obinta Inyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja, also wrote the United Kingdom UK High Commissioner to Nigeria, Katrina Laing, requesting the presence of British envoys in court next week. The IPOB leader, bordering on treasonable felony and terrorism, is expected to resume on January 18, 2022. Mr. Kanu is being held by the SSS at its headquarters in Abuja after the Nigerian government brought him from Kenya last June and action his lawyers termed abduction. We gratefully request His Excellency to send representatives of the United States Embassy to observe the proceedings of the court on those adjourned dates and on any other dates which further proceedings in the case may be adjourned until the matter is disposed of. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Mr. Kanu's lawyer, had actually wrote in the letter dated January 11 and separately addressed to the American and British diplomats in Nigeria. Mr. Ejiofor predicted letters on the need to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is given a fair trial, where the lawyer noted that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu his trial has a political undercurrent, added that the instant request is compelling in circumstance to ensure that the whole process of our client trial is fair and just in all circumstances.
And charged the federal government to ensure that the application of the rule of law. He reportedly said that it is quite disheartening that the law is not applied equally these days. Incidents and facts pointing to treason are played as political games to waste other people's lives, where General Aruna is of the view that the federal government should not succumb to the mounting pressure to release Nnamdi Kanu, for he should be allowed to face the law.
Of maltreatment negate their service standard operation procedure on implementation of rights of a suspect, saying that Kanu enjoys full luxury in holding facility incomparable to any type of any facility in any other country in the world. The police personnel are going about abducting our elders, branding them kidnappers or robbers, and forcing them to pay bail under torture. Our elders who are undertaking their lawful ventures have been victims of this arbitrary arrest and demand for bail. Many relatives of these elders have forcibly coughed out 200,000 naira to 1.5 million naira to bail out their subjects from the hands of these police officers. This is unacceptable and we demand immediate action. While we have already informed the police headquarters of these happenings, we felt it's necessary to also let the world know this, in view of the growing hatred, stereotyping, and prejudices against our elders and Fulani ethnic group in the country. The statement read in part: Al-Hassan urged the police hierarchies to clamp down on the personnel allegedly involved in the act. Platinum Post reports that the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway has been plagued by regular attacks by terrorists who often abduct travelers for ransom. Many unlucky Nigerians, including security personnel, have lost their lives in encounter with the terrorists on the busy road that connects northwest part of the country to Abuja. And therefore, they had actually said that it is better for the policemen to stop things that are actually going to provoke more mayhem in the nation, as the security of the nation is yet still fragile. And the federal government should declare Miyetti Allah as terrorists. They have bandits as members, and these were the words of Governor Autumn. Governor Autumn commended the federal government for being bold to designate bandits as terrorists. Benue State Governor Samuel Autumn has asked the federal government to include Miyetti Allah Kauta, or the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, and Fulani Nationality Movement, FUNAM, on the list of terrorist groups in Nigeria. We recall that the federal government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, had approached a federal high court sitting in Abuja to designate bandits as terrorist organization, which the court obliged. During his ruling on Friday, November 26, Justice Taiwo specifically held the activities of Yan Bindinga and Yan Tahaba bandit groups constitute acts of terrorism. Reacting to the development while speaking on Friday in Makurdi, Autumn commended the federal government for being bold to designate bandits as terrorists. Governor Autumn also called on the government to add the Miyetti Allah, Makban, and Funam to the list of terrorists because they have members that are bandits amidst them. He said, "I commend the federal government and being bold to, designate bandits as terrorists, but I want them to do, to reshuffle the category of terrorists and add the Magban and the Miyetti Allah counter-hall." He urged the people of the state to support security agencies and with useful intelligence in the fight against criminality and other forms of insecurity, pointing out that security is everyone's business. Meanwhile, a popular Islamic scholar, Shøçk Ahmad Gumi, said that declaring bandits as terrorists will not change anything, as it is just a decision taken for political expediency that would only result in more violence in the country. However, Shøçk Ahmad Gumi had actually said also that he would not be visiting the bandits anymore or trying to have anything do with them, because for the fact that they have been designated as terrorist organization, anything that has to do with them will be tagged that he is supporting terrorism, and therefore for him to be free from things or issues like that, it is better that he stays clear from the bandits. And the Fulani elders had also raised alarm that their members are being killed unjustly in some parts of the south in the country, where the chairman of the Kogi State chapter of the Fulani group, Adamu Tuko, raised the alarm during a protest at the National Human Rights Commission NHRC Friday in Abuja. Demanding justice, he said that their members committed no offense. They should, and those that have been arrested, those are supposed to be arrested, are just being killed for no reason. Where Tuko appealed to the commission and the government to come to their defense and ensure that they got justice. Responding to the executive secretary of NHRC, Tony Ojukwu, said it was disheartening that Nigerians could not leave their fellow brothers